Hari Om to everyone. Hari Om to everyone else. Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanao Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Om Sada Shiva Samaramha. Om Shuklam Varadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarvavighnopashantaye. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Param श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि शङ्करं देवं भगवत्पादनमाम्यहम्। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। श्रीचिन्मययतीशस्य गुरुं वन्दे तपोवनं तं हिमवद्विभूतिं वै ज्ञानवैराग्यरूपिणं समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणालयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। Today we are going to discuss about the most important portion of sadhana chatushtaya, the fourfold qualification, and 6 inner wealth. It is the most important in our spiritual life. Other than this qualification, leave about liberation, little bit of spiritual growth and its effect, mental peace, will be a dream only. And that is titiksha or forbearance, tolerance. Forbearance has been considered paramount virtue of the seeker of truth. The world perhaps does not want to lose fools who had been its slaves for so long. So it tries its utmost to bind us down through positive and negative means. The seeker will have to endure everything patiently, good or bad. The seeker should attain to such a state that heat and cold, pleasure and pain, sufferings and joy, all should become the same to him or her. And that is, he or she should absolutely ignore everything and concentrate on the Atman, the Supreme Self. Imitation of Christ, again I am quoting, when the light shines forth, the flesh that has been mortified shall triumph more than if it had always been nourished in delights. Then will the lowly habit shine and fine clothing appear dingy. Then constant patience will be of more use than all the power of the world. He who loves God with his whole heart fears neither death, nor punishment, nor judgment, nor hell. Even all the above four disciplines demand consistent and constant practice. In Bhagavad Gita, if we consider the 6th chapter 35th sloka, we will find Asamshayam Mahabaho Mano Durnigraham Chalam Abhyasena tu kaunteya Vairagyena cha Grihyate. Constant practice. Not one day, not once a day, not once a week, constant, 24 hours. That spiritual practice, the qualification, should be constant. Like who is a doctor? Suppose MBBS or BDS. That I am 1 hour doctor in a day. 1 hour MBBS, 1 hour BDS. Is it possible? The doctor, if sleeps, he or she is a doctor. If he eats, if she eats, she is a doctor. He is a doctor. So it's a 24 hours things. Consistent and constant practice. All of them should be practiced together. All the qualification, I'm really taking time, I know. I am not in a rush to complete the book. I want, as it precipitates into you. We have not come over here to do spiritual entertainment, that I will entertain you for 1 hour or 2 hours. We are all seekers of liberation. We will all be liberated. Not only I will be liberated or my Acharya will be liberated or Gurudev was a liberated soul. No, no, no. Yes, we will glorify Gurudev. We will write many stotram. We will offer our reverence by doing various programs. It is our reflection of love within for Gurudev. But if you consider, if you ask me what is the actual reverence for Gurudev, Gurudev will be more happy if we don't write a single word for him, if we don't utter a single word about him, if we don't keep any single picture of him on our wall, if we don't keep any books of him in ourselves, then only he will be more happy if we perform what he dreamed, for what he has shed his blood. If we strive for liberation, if we practice all those qualifications which is very much required for liberation, because it was his dream that everyone will be liberated, will strive for liberation. If we do so, that is the best reverence we can pay for our Gurudev, for our beloved, dearest Gurudev. I think in that way. I think he also thought in that way. And the organizational problem starts when organization starts. Even in Gurudev's time also, there were a lot of trouble in organization. Lot of problems. Some devotee asked him that Gurudev, around that time, people used to call him Swamiji, that the organization has become so big and the problem is also growing day by day. What will happen? Who will conduct this big organization? Told, I don't know. I will shut down or I will give it to Ramakrishna Mission. Really, I have heard from Guruji. Either I will shut down or I will give it to Ramakrishna Mission one day. So dispassionate for the things for what he shed his blood an entire life. That is dispassion. Bhagavan, Lord Krishna says in Gita, I told you, in 6th chapter, 35th sloka, that constant practice, abhyasa, and detachment, vairagya, are the only means of success in life. Detachment doesn't mean physical throwing away. Detachment means more love that a worldly person can't imagine even, but without any attachment. Attached people can't love. It's not possible. Attached people always afraid, always suffers from fear that I will lose it. Detached person has no fear for losing. He is in mast condition. Detached person नशा के मदिरा में मत रहते. Detached people always intoxicated with the drinks of alcohol, like, and that alcohol is love, love, love. There is no fear of losing. And those are the only means of success. Why do our senses always run outwards? In Kathopanishad, we will find the mantra in second chapter, Ditya Adhyaya, Prathama Valli, Prathama mantra. Very important mantra. Paranchikhani yatrinat swayambhu tasmat parang pashyati nantaratman kaschid dhirah pratyagatmanamaikshat avritta chakshuramritattvamanichan. That indriyas, the sense organs are made, it's a manufacturing defect. They're always outwards. And always perceives the waves of the external thing. Like the horses in a chariot. There is no effort is needed when those are all outwards. But who are really viveki, a justified person, a really discriminate person, who always discriminates what is right, what is wrong, what is right. And that rarest kind of people leaves all the worldly desires, becomes vritti sunna, thoughtless, and they realizes and experience the antaratman, the inner self. So that is the thing. Yama tells Nachiketa that the Lord of creation himself created our senses as going outwards. So they run towards to their respective objects. He or she is the hero who strives to bring them back to the self. In famous sloka in Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, 58 sloka, you know. Yada samharate chayam kurmangani vasarvashah indriyani indriyarthevyah tasya prajna pratishtitah or pratishtita. Prajna is thrilling. Pratishtita. So, when a person is established in knowledge, whose discriminating faculty is very, very strong, he remains in the same world, but his withdrawing senses inward is very effortless. Now we will come to the sloka. Titikshaka, titikshaka, शीत उष्ण सुख दुख आदि सहिष्णुत्वम शीत उष्ण सुख दुखादि सहिष्णुत्वम. What is titiksha? Kaha or ka titiksha? Titiksha is strilinga. Forbearance is masculine gender, is feminine gender. Titiksha. So, ka titiksha. What is titiksha? Titiksha is shita, ushna, sukha, dukhadi, sahishnutvam. Endurance of what? Shita, ushna, heat, cold. Sukha, dukhadi, joy, sorrow, etc. So, through adi, like you know, Shita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukhadi, Dukha, Adi. So, in this Adi, word indicates all the pairs of opposite. Mana, Apmana, Lava, Alava, Shoka, Harsha. Someone is praising, and then and there someone is thrashing. Sometimes profit, many times loss. Sometimes joy, many times griefs. In Vedanta Sara also, the almost exact definition is there. Shita, Ushna, Adi, Dvandva, Sahisnuta. Forbearance of this opposite of pairs like heat and cold. The thing is, Titiksha, दार्शनिक जीवन का एक दुस्साध्य साधन है. Or really the toughest practice in the spiritual life is forbearance. Toughest practice. It is so tough because there is no resistance in the mental level, in the physical level. I will come across this. The world always gives us a continuous stream of experiences at the physical level, like heat, cold, etc. At the emotional level, joy, sorrow, etc. At the intellectual level, praise, censure, etc. So, that may be conducive or non-conducive. And if we consider our daily life, it is more non-conducive. When confronted with non-conducive situation, we normally complain or blame others. Some curse the Lord itself. After the end of Mahabharata war, when completely deluded and wholeheartedly attached with the family, and that attachment made blind Dhritarashtra and Gandhari. Gandhari came to the battlefield and saw his beloved sons are lying on the battlefield, died, whom she never scolded, always pampered. They are lying today without life. His attachment made her attachment made her blind. And from this blindfolded love, she forgot that because of her and because of her husband and sons, everything happened. Because sangat sanjayate kamat krodha abhijayate. Krodhat bhavati sammoha sammohat smriti vipram. Smriti bhramsad buddhi nasaha. Buddhi nashat pranashyati. So the thing is, she forgot everything else. She started cursing Lord Krishna. What is Bhagavan's attitude? In the full mode of forbearance. Because he is the teacher. Achinoti Shastrana. Who not only preach Shastra or scriptures, he teaches scriptures. He lives life according to that. He was calm, quiet when Gandhari was cursing. That is the attitude of Titiksha. Those people curse the government, curse the society, curse the family, blame the family, or one's own destiny. Many get dejected, depressed, confused, upset. Some revolt, get angry and fight back. They say that Lord seems to have only my address for sending me packets of sorrow. Or they always think, I wish I was born rich. Then I would not have to undergo this trouble. Or they say sometimes that everyone is after my blood. Why does it happen only to me? Why doesn't it happen to my friends or my neighbors? Nothing will ever nothing will ever work out right for me, work right for me. My stars are not in right place, they say. All my problems are because of you. I shall get back to you for this insult. Or I am a loser, born loser. So, however, so the thing is, there is no choice in life in that situation. I was talking about them who are paristhhitivadi. Who are paristhhitivadi? Who always change the situation, change the creation. They are paristhhitivadi. They don't know the secret. That the only choice lies in the attitude with which we go through it. सृष्टि को हम लोग बदल नहीं कर सकते. जो बदल कर सकते हैं वो है अपना दृष्टि. We can't change the creation. It is not at our hand. We can change our vision. That is our education. That is our learning. We are always ready to react, and we feel, sometimes I have met some people who are happy, who are very proud of their reactive mind. In spiritual life, you have to stop reacting and you have to learn how to respond in every time. Not only that, in front of the society, I'm very good, very gentle, and in family, I'm something different. In Vivek Chudamani, Bhagavan Shankaracharya has given the best definition of forbearance. He says, Sahanam sarvadukhanam apratikara purvakam chinta vilaparahitam satitiksha nigadyate. Gad dhatu, say to speak. That is called titiksha. What? Sahanam sarvadukhanam. To be able to bear non-conducive situations without reacting, without complaining, or without blaming, but with a cheerful acceptance is called titiksha. Sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam. There is no thinking for resisting it. Not at mental level, not at physical level. Don't ask me the question after the class or in between the class that how is it possible to live this life in this transactional world. I can answer you, it's not possible. That is why today's class I started. This is the most important qualification for the seekers. It is possible for them being in this transactional world who fixed his or her identity that I am a seeker of liberation. It is possible for them to practice. Who consider himself as a householder, samsari, it is not possible to practice. Because apratikara purvakam, there is no what is happening. There is a lot of prasada buddhi is required. That everything is coming is out of the grace of my Bhagavan. One person was very much devoted to Lord Rama. He used to tell that everything, what about is happening, all are in the holy wish of my Bhagavan. Ramer ichha, Ram ka jo ichha. So one day the person was sleeping on the veranda of a temple. Some dacoits were passing through. They thought that we need someone else more because it's a big venture we are going through. So the thing is, so they approached the person that please come to us. He didn't ask. He told, "Ye Ram ka ichha hai, chalo bhai. This is the holy wish of Rama. Let's go." And the dacoits took the devotee with them. Then they started stealing and snatching things. And it was a huge heaps of materials they stole. Then they thought that this person is the suitable because he was very healthy. They told, hey, carry all the stolen things. He told, what about Ram's wish? Ram ka jo ichha hai wahi. And he started carrying all the stolen things. Great devotee. Suddenly, the troop of dacoits, they found that a troop of policemen are coming. So they left that person alone and went to the jungle. And that person told, oh, in Ram's ways you have gone. But police personnel, they caught him, sent him to the jail. Next day, judge will judge him. Vichar chalu hoga. And when the whole villages came to know about this, they all rushed to the court. And they started telling that if you punish that person, it will be the great mistake. It will be the great mistake. Then judge told, tell me what about the story. Then the person told, in Ram's ways, I was sleeping on the courtyard of the temple. In Ram's ways, some person came to me and approached me to go with them. In Ram's ways, I started walking with them. In Ram's ways, they started stealing. In Ram's ways, they started giving me all the luggage. In Ram's wish, I started carrying it. In Ram's wish, the policeman came. In Ram's wish, they went away, leaving me alone. In Ram's wish, the policeman caught me and sent me to the jail. In Ram's wish, I am here. In Ram's wish, you have given me the opportunity to tell the whole story. Ram ki ichha. That is the lakshana of the titikshu, forbearing person's quality is this. Without resisting, what about is coming towards me, conducive or unconducive or non-conducive? They are all grace of my beloved Lord. When one travels in a vehicle that has a good shock absorbers, the ride is smooth. Even if the road is bad, titiksha or forbearance is the shock absorber with which one rides the rough terrain of life without breaking one's enthusiasm. Also, when we remain preoccupied with our own little sorrows, and they appear big, but when we see other sorrow, we get the strength to bear our own. I have experienced one thing. If you go to the, it's not needed, sorry, means just outside of the cremation ground, there are many food shop, food stall. They sell puri, sabji and everything other than things. So who carry the dead body, it takes 1.5 hours or 2 hours to burn. So they eat something else. And the sabji seller or the food seller asked, who has died? And people told this person, that small boy, that small girl, like that. And they say, oh, ho, ho, oh, ho. Because the food seller is very much familiar. Or like the coffin seller. But when that food seller come to know the person has died very near to him, very close relations, then he leaves his business and rush towards the dead body to see the last time. I cried that I did not have shoes till I saw a child who did not have legs. Also, what comes must by its very nature go. Really it goes. Everything chakravat pariyavartate. When we try to run away from or push away the unconducive or run after and hold on to the conducive, we intensify our pain and stress. The habit of complaining and brooding over a non-conducive situation makes it difficult to bear. In your family life, in your social life, in your organization life, you will find a lot of people always complaining and they create trouble, When everything is going on correctly, everyone is considering it is okay, they are happy. You will find some persons who are not involved into that will never be attached with that. They start complaining and create problem. In Bengali there is a kahavat, nijer naak kete porer jatra bhanga. They cut their own nose and dispels others' pilgrimage. So this is the situation or scenario. The habit of complaining and brooding over an unconducive situation makes it difficult to bear. Our thoughts about the discomforting situations of life are punctuated with commas, not full stops. The thing is, as one has accepted the situation, a preoccupied mind, a mind which is preoccupied with sorrow, cannot think about the absolute or the subtle thing. The titiksha, forbearance, is an important quality, especially for a spiritual seeker. So, titiksha comes from the dhatu actually, tij. Tij is the Sanskrit verbal rule. So here, the Acharya wanted to tell, instead of fixing the problem in external or outside, please don't spend your valuable time. Instead of adding things in our life, just try to adjust with them. In external world, people bear a lot of things in family life, In family life, in samsara, we ought to bear a lot of things. But for external gain, for our personal benefit, that is not titiksha. That is not forbearance. That bearing everything else is not titiksha. In the company, boss is more powerful than me in power and position and everything else. And what about he tells I can't protest it, that is not titiksha, because apratikara purvakam is not there. In my mind I murmur, I mumble always. Oh, if I got this person like this, I can give. This is not titiksha. Because there is no tapa buddhi. That the sense of tapasya, the tapa buddhi, the sense of greatness, it has not been done. It has been done, it should be done in a sadhana mode as a spiritual practice. In outside world, people do fasting also for losing their weight. But that is not titiksha, because there is no tapa buddhi, no spiritual sense, no great ideals. Because they endured everything to accomplish power, wealth, etc., not to accomplish liberation. Titiksha is such an attitude which is not performed for the worldly growth. Only it unfolds to accomplish moksha. Instead of changing our situation or paristhiti, if we change our manasthiti, mental state, it's better. And we should have tapo buddhi, or higher purpose in our mind, that why I'm doing so. And thirdly, while I'm going through this hard situation, there should not be any mental complaints. Joyfully we have to perform like Lord Rama. Because pairs of opposite or ups and downs come in every day, in everyone's life. But you have to handle it with joy. You have to find out what teaching is there inside. Maybe the situation is non-conducive. The Viveki person, the discriminating person, always think over the teaching behind it. In Ramcharitmanas, in the first, we get one famous mantra. Prasannata gata prasannatam yanagata vishekatha tatha namam lau banavasa dukkataha. So the thing is, Mukhambuja Sri Raghunandanas Same Sadastu Sa Mangalam. Tonight, we were ensured that I will be the king of the entire dynasty. I will be coronated as dynasty, king as the dynasty. And the next morning after getting up, when I'm completely ready, fully dressed, just approaching for the court, suddenly news came. You have to go for an exile for 14 years. Lord Rama was happy when he heard that he will be king, next king. He was same happy when he heard that he has to go to the exile. Because happiness was his nature. He was a Viveki person. And he found teachings. People asked him, why are you happy when you have sent to the exile? He told, I am happy because my father will become true. I'm happy for my father. I'm happy for my mom because my moms will be fulfilled. Mom means not only his own mom. He talked about Kaikeyi also, moms. So my mom's will be fulfilled. Then he found another thing, that my brother will be the king. I'm happy for my brother. I'm happy for my citizens of Ayodhya, who will get the best king over. A Viveki person. Shama, Dama, Vivek, Vairagya. Discrimination, dispassion, controlling of sense organs, controlling of mind, togetherly makes a person forbearing. It becomes his natural tendency. We should pray to God as Lord gives us the strength of forbearance. Om swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahishaha go brahmanebhyah shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu kale varshatu parjanyah prithvi sasya salini deshoyam kshovarahitah ब्राह्मणा सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्माम् अमृतं गमय आविराविर्मयेधि ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ Hari Om to everyone else. Hari Om to everyone else. I hope you have enjoyed the class. You are enjoying.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om
Hari Om Swamiji. Hari Om. Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari
We will
Om
meet
Swamiji.
again. We will meet again at 11 o'clock today in the class, The Art of Sanskrit Chanting. Hari Om.
Hari Om.